Okay, so I'm going to try once again to read The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash and then try and post it for those who want to do a response. So, The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash. And as I told you, one of the reasons that we're looking at this is because we want to see the detail in the drawings, the illustrations, and the things that establish the setting, as well as helping us to anticipate what's going to happen in the story. And at some point, I will tell you what happens at the end. So this is the day Jimmy's boa ate the wash. And as I said before, you'll notice there's a lot of detail in the drawings. There's this big snake, there's the chickens, there's a pig, there's a cat, there's two children, and one of them has an egg on his head. There's a woman back here hanging up the wash with clothespins. There's a lot of details in this drawing, in this illustration, by an illustrator whose name is Stephen Kellogg. We're going to read the story. I'm going to point out elements of the illustrations and have you think about what might be the end of this story. How was your class trip to the farm? So we see the corn she must have picked up at the farm. There's the school bus and Mom greeting her at the door. Oh, boring, kind of dull, until the cow started crying. There she is. Mom's listening. She gave the corn to Mom, and now she's making herself a sandwich, and it looks like she's got some peanut butter and jelly and bread and maybe some honey because it's got bees on the label. And so, a cow crying? Yeah, you see, a haystack fell on her. So we have the child. She put her sandwich on the bed for some reason, but now she's changing her clothes and putting on what looks like, I don't know, like a space outfit or, something that is one piece. But a haystack doesn't just fall over. So she's continuing to get dressed. She's even got a helmet here. And Mom, with her speech balloon, is talking about the cow having the haystack fall on it. That's not the end of the story. It does fall if a farmer crashes into it with his tractor. Oh, come on, a farmer wouldn't do that. That's Mom. He would if he were too busy yelling at the pigs to get off our school bus. So here you see the cow with the hay on top of him. And this is all what she's talking about. Here's the farmer with the tractor running into the haystack, and there's the pigs jumping onto the school bus. So the story's being told in steps, backwards, okay? So why are the pigs on the bus? We don't know why, so we've got to find that out. What were the pigs doing on the bus? Eating our lunches. So once again, look at the illustration. We've got all these pigs, all this food flying everywhere. We've got the bus driver climbing up on top. Here's the farmer yelling. All kinds of detail here. Chickens flying everywhere. But the pigs were eating their lunches. Why were they eating your lunches? Because we threw their corn at each other, and they didn't have anything else to eat. So, once again, we've got some children with some corn that they're throwing. Well, wait a minute. Over here is the teacher with a chicken on her head and some things falling on the ground. And over here we have a bunch of pigs looking a little bit unhappy. Right? And there's some wait a minute. They don't have corn. They have eggs. And over here, there's the bus driver. This looks like before the pigs were getting on the bus because he's standing there eating some grapes. Doesn't seem to be too worried about pigs at that point. Because we threw their corn at each other and they didn't have anything else to eat. Well, that makes sense. But why were you throwing corn? Because we ran out of eggs. Out of eggs? Why were you throwing eggs? So they were throwing eggs, ran out, and so they started throwing corn. Because of the boa constrictor. The boa constrictor? Yeah, Jimmy's pet boa constrictor. What was Jimmy's pet boa constrictor doing on the farm? Oh, Jimmy brought it to meet all the farm animals, but the chickens didn't like it. So, let's look at this a little bit more. Here's the snake, right, that they're all playing with here. Here's the teacher writing something on the board that she's going to tell them, right? Now, I want to show you the next page. I don't know if you noticed it. But on this page where the kids are throwing it, there's the teacher. So something happened that the teacher's things got on the chickens on her head. And she screamed. Because before that, he was quite happily writing on the board. But something happened that changed that. For some reason, chickens were there. So here's all the children looking at Jimmy's boa constrictor, and Jimmy's picking up the boa constrictor to meet all the animals. And these kids have notebooks to take notes about the farm. And here come all the farm animals to meet the boa constrictor. And back here we see the farmer's wife hanging up the wash. And look, the chickens don't look too happy about the snake. Chickens didn't like the snake. You mean he took the snake, the boa constrictor, into the hen house? Yeah, and the chickens started squawking and flying around. Look at all these chickens everywhere. This is where the board got knocked over, right? And there's the teacher getting very upset. Here's the boa constrictor all the way into the hen house. And here's another child sort of hanging out. Here's the farmer trying to run his tractor before he ran into the haystack and knocked it on the cow. Go on, what happened? Well, one hen got excited and laid an egg, and it landed on Jenny's head. The hen? No, the egg. And it broke. Yucky. All over her hair. This is what she's describing again. Here's her speech balloon, but it's a picture of what's happening. So the egg is flying around, afraid of the snake, and the egg falls on the girl's head. Now we're going in the right direction again, because we had the snake first and now the hen. What did she do? She got mad because she thought Timmy threw it. So she threw one at him. And what did Timmy do? Excuse me, I'm sorry, Tommy. Oh, he ducked, and the egg hit Marianne in the face. Here we have her, the egg on her head. She throws the egg, and it hits this other child in the face. Chickens are all flying around crazy. Again, lots of detail, even to the point where she put a pencil in the picture and papers flying everywhere. I mean, the illustrator said he. So she threw one at Jenny, but she missed and hit Jimmy, who dropped the boa constrictor. So we've got eggs going everywhere. Just like she said, they were throwing eggs and they ran out. See all those eggs over here? And then, of course, we've got this snake all wrapped around. We've got people with eggs on, smashed eggs on them. Looking quite the mess. Oh, I know. The next thing you knew, everyone was throwing eggs, right? Right. And when you ran out of eggs, you threw the pig's corn, right? Right again. Well, what finally stopped it? Well, we heard the farmer's wife screaming. Why was she screaming? So I'm going to show you really quickly. Here's the children with the eggs. They're coming over. They're going to start throwing the corn right here. And there goes the snake. Over there's the wash, and there's the farmer's wife. Got chickens everywhere. So, this is where I'm going to stop. You're going to have to tell me what happens next. Why was the farmer's wife screaming? What do you think is going to happen at the end? That's your job. All right. So this is the day Jimmy's boa ate the wash again. All right. I wish you luck with your response. Bye.